Okay, so in last video we have seen that how to create the or how to provide a support to the support of security to the Spring Boot application, and how to create or how to use the inbuilt credential of the Spring Boot application. Now, guys, in reality, that we may require to have more than one user which may require system access. Okay, so in that case this is not feasible, or other than that, suppose if you have a requirement to create your own user with your own password. Okay, so to do that particular thing we have to use the second approach to implement the Spring Boot security. So what is the second approach? The second approach would be that I will go to the application.property, and there I'll be specifying the Spring Boot security related properties. Okay, so the properties are that Spring dot security dot user dot name. Okay, so here you can provide the custom username, otherwise the default username is already there. Okay, but once you provide the properties in the application dot properties, then the default user would be overridden by the this custom user. Okay, so now I'm providing the password, that is spring security dot user dot password. Okay, so let's have the same password, that is admin itself. Okay, and finally I'm going to provide that spring dot security dot users dot roles. Okay, so guys, what the role is the way to authorize user for something. Okay, like we know that there would be a role of admin, there will be a role of accountant, and there will be a role of user, there will be a role of normal user kind of thing. Okay, so that also we can specify. Basically this particular thing, the role is important to specify that what kind of access that the particular user is having. Okay, so here in the Spring Boot application.property file, we are able to specify these three things, that is the username, user password, and user roles. Okay, so now if I run the application once again, at that time now Spring Boot will not create this password on the console. Okay, rather than that the Spring Boot application will use this particular username, password, and role. Okay, so let me rerun the application. Yeah, application is started. Okay, now moving back to the browser, and if I will refresh this, okay, here you can see that I'm not able to, that Spring Boot application is not asking me for the username and password. Why? What is the reason? Because I was already logged into the system. Okay, already logged into the system. So how can I log out from the system? So one, the user is logged in from to the system. After that, user can log out from the system just by typing that localhost colon 8080 log out. Okay, then the user would be logged out from the system. So this is asking that, are you sure you want to log out? Yes, I want to log out. Okay, and again it is asking me for the username and password, so I will be providing a username, that is admin, and the password admin, and let me click on sign in. It should display something. Now guys, here that I'm facing the issue that I'm getting this while label error page because that I don't have any get mapping like slash. Okay, that is what I require to have in the system. Then I will get some message over here, otherwise not. Okay, so let me write that message, let me write that mapping. Okay, so I'll be moving to the student controller, and there let me introduce that mapping. Okay, the root mapping, this is generally known as the root mapping, get mapping. Okay, right, without parenthesis or with parenthesis, right? You can write that the public string get welcome message, get welcome message, and here I am just returning the message, that is return. I will be writing in h2 tag. Okay, so that it would look in some big font. So h1 welcome to the world of Spring Boot. Okay, and I'm closing the S1 tag and finally putting the semicolon. Okay, let me rerun the application. The application started. Let me refresh this, and here you can see the message. So that's it for this video.